Hey, how you guys doing? It's Nosy Joe. Welcome back to my video vlog. Tried really hard to make some good videos this week, but just didn't have a lot of luck. Technical difficulties. GoPro 7 didn't work out. No external mic hookup. I talked about that in my last video, being excited about upgrading cameras for cheap. Well, there's a reason why it's cheap. You can't even use an external mic. So I had filmed a video going down to bike night at Man of War Harley. Totally didn't work out. Just heard wind noise the whole way down. Did get to see some cool bikes though. Then went back to my 4 for Saturday to run down same dealership to review some bikes. They had their ride and drive demo rides, demo days I guess it's called, and was using my 4 and the battery died on the way down there. So I'm still gonna share with you my footage. I talk about some things on the way down that you might find interesting. Quick review though on the things that I did ride. I rode 3 bikes. First I rode a 2020 CVO Limited, which is basically, you know, the best electric glide based bike that you can buy from Harley right now. Has the 117. Pretty much got on it, and you know, very comfortable ride. The 117 is nice. Not honestly though, not a whole lot different than my 107 for the money. Wouldn't buy it. The only thing I'd want off that bike to put on my bike is the whatever shocks they got on that thing were fantastic, and that seat was pretty damn nice. I'll show you a picture of the seat. But otherwise, I mean, my bike's an 18 police bike. Doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but you're pretty much riding the same bike, and that bike costs over 3 times what mine did. So won't be standing in line for one of those. I wanted to ride the FX DLS, which I ended up riding 3rd, but I rode a Fat Bob 114, and that was an interesting bike. I really wonder who the target audience is for a Fat Bob. It's not really good for a passenger. It's not real good for a rider. You just kind of feel like you're sitting right on, you know, talk about riding a hog. You feel like you're literally riding a pig right between your legs. I mean, it's hella quick with that 114, but it doesn't really do anything it doesn't do anything well except, you know, accelerate, I guess. I guess it's like the modern day VMAX. I wonder if they sell many of those. I'm not a big fan. Thirdly, I got to ride the FX DLS. It makes a little more sense. It has a little more, you know, can do more things than the Fat Bob can. It was also 114, very quick. You know, potentially you could have a passenger on it. It handled a little bit better. Probably my main complaint about it was the foot peg position. I felt like I was supposed to get a lot of lean angle or something. They really put the foot pegs real high, and yeah, I'm 6'3", and that wasn't going to work. So I could probably ride that bike with some T-bars, you know, getting me up high, and forward controls, and that little fairing that you see a lot of guys put on those. That'd be a workable bike. But then you kind of get in that situation where I was with my Heritage, where, you know, how much stuff do you do to it versus just buying something in the touring platform. So that's kind of my whole theory. Find the chassis that you like, find the engine that you know, you'll do the job for you, and then the rest of the bike you're going to have to tailor to your ergonomics and your likes and desires. So don't spend a whole bunch of money getting that. Just get the frame you like, get the engine you like, and then customize it to your liking, and then you'll have something that you can use. So that's my review of the 3 bikes in a nutshell. It was fun. I thank Harley for letting me ride them. And we got to fill out a little card now that I can take with me to any dealership whenever they have a test ride, and I can jump ahead and not have to register and ride right away. So that was pretty cool. But as far as making me want to get out of my police bike, there was nothing there remotely close. The only thing I would like to ride when the 21s come out that I know about is that Pan American. I'm probably the only guy waiting for that bike to come out. But you know, I grew up on dirt bikes. I most recently had last year a Triumph Tiger, which was an adventure bike. And so I would really like to see Harley's take on that adventure bike platform. So I am looking forward to that. Maybe those will be available before the year's out to ride one of those. So that's my synopsis of what I did, and thanks for watching. So I'm heading down to Lexington Harley Davidson. It's called Man of War. They got their 2020 demo ride deal going on today, where the factory semi shows up with their trailer full of bikes. Thought it'd be cool to do today. It's the 4th of July. No better way to celebrate our freedoms than go ride a couple Harleys. Trying to get there right as they open. One, because it maybe won't be so hot out. Two, I got other things to do today. My wife and I have been married 20 years now, so we were going to have a little anniversary date a little bit this afternoon. Been thinking a little bit about Flint. If you guys watched his last video, he was headed to the doctor. Seemed a little worrisome. I haven't talked to him since he went. Hopefully figure out what's going on there. Prayers are with him, fellow Kentucky vlogger, moto vlogger. I've been checking out some other vloggers, FXDLS Brooklyn. It's out in New York, obviously. Been tuning into Shade Tree Surgeon. He's talking about maybe doing some type of a business where he has a garage that people can come hang out at down there in Florida. Of course, John Maxwell there in Georgia started his new shop. I wanted to run down there last weekend. He was having his first kind of benefit / charity ride over into Alabama, but I didn't think I could quite pull that off. That's about 6-7 hours from me. It's quite a bit a ways down there, kind of southwest of Atlanta. No big deal. Speaking of that, check my mileage here. I'm at 7,873 miles. I bought the bike in February with 3,700 miles. It was a Hernando County Sheriff bike down there in Florida. And so I put over 4,100 miles on it at this point, just since February. It's been running flawlessly. I've had it serviced once. I had it serviced down there in Lexington. But instead of using the new dealer, meaning the one we're going to right now, Man of War, I took it down to the location of the original Harley of Lexington. The mechanic that worked there back in those days, when they moved out to the interstate, he just took over at least the old service bay part of the building of the original dealership, and he continues to service bikes there, so he's got a lot of experience, and he's a little bit cheaper prices than the Harley dealer. You know, if my bike was still under warranty, maybe I think I'd take it back to the dealer, but since I passed the warranty period, this being an 18 model, it just seems like that makes the most sense, and he's pretty cool. He test rides all the bikes he services. I had him do the 5,000 mile service on this, and he wouldn't give it back to me until he had actually had a chance to ride it, confirm everything was good. So I like that kind of service. It's called Dean of Cycles. If you notice, I'm still running my GoPro 4. In my last video I had talked about buying a 7. Well, that kind of turned out to be a debacle. I'm going to have to retract my recommendation on that. It is a good stable camera with good imaging, stabilization as advertised, and with the software update that you can do, it's not glitchy at all. But I did not know that, unlike my GoPro 4 here, I can't just plug in an external mic through an adapter in the charging port. I mean, you can, but it doesn't work. And none of the reviews and stuff I had watched on it even mentioned that, so I didn't know until I'd actually done a run on the bike and did some video, which I was really happy with the quality of the video. It was just using the built-in mic the whole time, and I just had nothing but wind noise, and my external mic wasn't operating at all. So my only reprieve on that situation is if I can somehow, I talked about using a 2-camera setup, and where I would use the 4 facing me and put the 7 on my helmet and run them simultaneously, but just flash back and forth as far as my view. If I could somehow do that and still record my audio off of the 4, then that would work. But I don't know if I can do that or not, so we'll see. Exit 108, Man of War. But yeah, that was a bummer. I was, oh great, I got a lot better video camera for $80 now. And I do, but if you're a moto vlogger, not having an external mic, that's kind of a deal killer. Good thing is I don't have much money in it, so if I need to sell it, because I can't make it work out, I'll just get my money right back out, and I'll have to apply that to, I guess, either go with the 7 black, but if I understand that right, then you have to buy some type of... This isn't the best video. I had technical trouble. My GoPro 4 battery died like as soon as I was taking the exit to go to the Harley dealership, so oh well. Till next time, see you guys.